welcome to Soy Mujerique. My name is Cindy and I'm so excited to have you here. Soy Mujerique is all about boosting your career confidence as a Latinx first-gen professional. We're going to talk about real things that happen in our work environment and what we have to go through when we want to build up our career and move up the career ladder. Today, we are going to talk about how to confidently ace your next interview. Now, this is a hot topic for a lot of the clients that I coach. They have a lot of times where they get nervous, they stumble, they talk too fast, or they just blank out. And I want to make sure that you understand 4 easy ways that you can boost your confidence for your next interview. So, I want you to remember one key thing. You have been invited to the interview. That means they've looked at your cover letter, they've looked at your resume, and they believe that you have the skill sets to do the job. So, with that being said, in an interview, we can often go to task-oriented responses where we're trying to prove that we know how to do the job. Now, that's great. But really, they want to know who you are. So the first tip is number 1, be authentic in your responses. Show them who you are, your personality. Now, this takes a lot of digging and soul searching. You need to understand that you have characteristic traits that are aligned with that role. So be vulnerable and show your passion. Be authentic. Don't be robotic, trying to wonder what are they wanting to hear from me. Instead, come from a place of vulnerability where you're showing that you are passionate about the job and that it's not just about the money. Money's great, right? But it's not just about that. You actually feel like you are really living out your purpose through this role. So be authentic in your responses. The second tip is align yourself with the company mission. Now it's time to do research. You got to dig. What is the company's strategic plan? What does their executive team look like? What is the vision, the goals behind the company? And think, how do you personally align with those values? You want to be able to connect the dots before the interview so that when you show up, you are confident because you know that you are actually a good fit. And if they hired you, you would add to their values and be able to get them closer to their goal. The third tip is know why you would make that role unique. Now, I have some interview confidence worksheets that you can get on my website, and it will help you kind of dissect this out. But you need to understand what are the characteristic traits that you have that are aligned with this role. There's so much experience that we have to offer that it can be really hard to hone into specifics. So look and read into the job description and identify what are 4 characteristic traits that they would value. Is it someone that's a good communicator, someone that's strategic, an analyst? There's so many different characteristic traits. So what kind of person are they looking for? And how can you bring your uniqueness to that role and really set yourself apart? The last tip is don't overthink your responses. I'm going to say that again. Don't overthink your responses. Stop getting in your head. Stop trying to think of the perfect response. What do they want to hear? No. Be authentic. Be real. Don't overthink it. And this takes a lot of time beforehand where you need to, follow up and do your research and do those other 3 tips that I talked about. Find out how you're aligned with the vision. Find out what characteristic traits you bring to the table. And from there, flow out of those responses. Don't overthink it. And that often can cause us to stumble and to really second guess ourselves. This is not the time to second guess yourself. This is a time to show yourself off. So these are my 4 tips to acing your next interview with confidence. I love that you tuned in. Hit the subscribe button and always check out my blog if you haven't already. I am loving being able to connect with you, and I can't wait for our next hot topic for career confidence. Bye.